So I know people probably already seen this, but I was working on my office design for Trentium Lab. It's not really where the um the production or like the warehouse kind of like the factory look is. This is just where the office is, which is a little bit further away from the water, or it probably might be next to the water. Not really sure which state I'm gonna build it in, but I can do a smaller one here. It's pretty small, basic little design. I still have to work on the windows, so um, I like it. It's pretty cool. So this is one of Trentium Lab's offices. I might make the first two floors for the civilians for the city, so they can use the lab equipment to make money and or make discoveries, because we're gonna have a lot of lab equipment and they can make discoveries nonstop and make money from their discovery. So it'd be really easy for people to make money to spend their time at Trentium Lab. So what's really cool about the office, before I put the windows in, there are these big giant jet turbines on the side where it's kind of like hanging out, and it's gonna vacuum the atmosphere down into this pipe system that's gonna it's gonna mostly it's like a mechanical rock cycle at Trentium Lab, where it's gonna these big giant jet like turbines separates the oxygen from the CO2, and it stores the CO2 underground. Although since it's rock cycle like and atmospheric pressure like, depending on the clouds, it releases some of the CO2 and or defreezes it to continue the cycling uh, of the atmosphere. So another cool thing about Trentium Lab is the environment. So I have to put the turbines on the side, which would be hanging out right here and right there, and the piping system for underground. It should be pretty fun. So this is my water pipe design. I didn't finish because I didn't put the series of pipes. I only have one pipe in here. They're really technological. This one, when the water goes through, it tells you how much pressure, how much water it is, the temperature, and it shows like the particles moving on the screen, and the water flow going through the pipe, and it shows all of the water atoms through the sensors as it goes through the pipe. The pipes has a series of sensors, and it shows of these magnetic like sensors, and it shows the water flow. I still have to finish this design for Trentium Lab. This is my inflow design. Now for my office, I have this for the atmosphere. This is a turbine that goes on the side of the office for the atmosphere. Uses a series of magnets and electromagnetic force to for the, it's almost like the water with the flow, the particle flow design, where the software shows, or the sensors, or they show the how the where the oxygen and carbon is as the inflow comes in. Also other atmospheric like particles as it goes through the different methods of detecting oxygen or nitrogen or CO2, carbon dioxide, maybe other particles in the atmosphere can significantly be found as I'm constantly intaking the atmosphere. I had another one. It was more of a laser design. Sorry, one second. but it's still in the works. But the laser will have to be on the whole time, as the air intake vacuums the air, and the laser would go through this tunnel, like mirror tunnel kind of like effect, and the oxygen would go through the oxygen and carbon dioxide and nitrogen, etc., etc., will go through the tunnel, and the particles will be seen through the laser, and the lasers will be able to scan it. So it's this huge, big, giant cylinder like laser as it goes past the blades to vacuum in the oxygen. It's almost the same way like for the water one. It's a little bit similar as it goes through the laser, the UV like laser, although the sensors pick it up differently as the water particles go through. So we have our water pipe system and our atmospheric pipe system to significantly see the particles flowing through both pipe systems. So this whole thing here, this is the whole piping system. This is it's to separate the water, take it to a different path as the rest of the water fills up the rest of the pipe and goes towards the turbine for energy, and or towards oxygen and water splitting. I mean, oxygen and hydrogen splitting. I'm sorry. Although we can go to the top here, we can see the water flow heading towards the turbine. Obviously, we can close it. We can open it. It's this huge pumping system makes the water flow extremely high pressure to make the turbine speed at max capacity. And we can put things, different types of fluids inside the water as it's traveling towards the turbine or towards hydrogen and oxygen splitting, to see the particle flow, like for example color dye or chemicals, and we could see the chemicals going through the piping system with the sensors, and we see how the intelligent system tries to just either make it go towards the turbine and not towards the hydrogen splitting machine. So it's going to be pretty fun. We don't really want everything to go towards the hydrogen splitting machine. So more towards the turbine, or either just recycled and going back into the ocean. So this is Trentium Labs water splitting system, where it splits the hydrogen and the oxygen atom from the water. It's still not finished, but I have a lot of work to do. I still have the other boxes for the gases to be pressured through, kind of like a pump system. It's cool. I like my the end point where my gases come out. They're pretty cool. And then they're going to be transported to where the gas storage containers would be. So this is these big giant tubs where the water is going to go through the system, and then they would be splitted, and it would travel through my photoelectric system